Hi everyone, I'm Sam and today I'm going to be showing you how I painted this Night Lord's Chaos Space Marine to a good tabletop standard. A couple of quick things before we get into it. I converted this mini ever so slightly as I don't have the Nemesis Claw bits, so I thought this Khorne Berzerker with the spikes and skulls would look quite good. I carved off a Khorne symbol on his belt and I just replaced it with most of a skull from the Citadel Skulls kit. Also, I went for a slightly brighter blue than you might usually, but I still think it works and crucially doesn't veer into Chaos Ultramarine territory. With that said, let's get into the painting. I started from a black prime and base coated the whole mini in AK Oxford. This is a nice dark desaturated slightly purple blue, and much like in my recent Dark Angels video, I didn't want to go too bright, so creating contrast with saturation was going to be important. Then from above and slightly to the right I sprayed AK Russian Blue Lights. Both of these colours I sprayed at 25 psi and thinned 1:1 with Vallejo Thinner, plus a drop of Vallejo Flow Improver. If you don't have an airbrush, I would prime with Tempest Blue and Zenithal with Republic Blue. Both of these are sprays by the Colour Forge. I'm going to get straight into the edge highlights because there aren't too many hard edges on a Chaos Marine. Now, I generally don't like mixing for army projects, but I tried every blue paint I had and none were quite right, so my solution was AK Russian Blue Lights mixed roughly 1:1 with AK Silver Grey. This brightens and slightly desaturates the edges, and you can also use this to establish some chipping across the armour if you fancy. Tabard time now. I'm going with red, although the skin leather recipe from my recent Black Legion video would fit well here too. I started with AK Wine Red, a lovely rich dark red, and I gave this a few thin coats. Then I made a 1:1 mix with Wine Red and AK Blood Red and roughly highlighted it. It doesn't need to be perfect, just anywhere the light would hit. Then I highlighted with pure Blood Red. I thought this was a little too contrasting, so I went back to my mix and did a rough blend. This is the back of a tabard, it's not the end of the world if it's not perfect. Now for the leather. I know the whole skin leather look is more of a Night Lord's thing than a Black Legion one, but I was looking at some art for Owlcat Games' upcoming Dark Heresy game, and the Night Lords in that have regular looking leather. But if you want the skin leather recipe, my Black Legion video has you covered. I tried out a new recipe here after mixing up a bunch of my browns, so I base coated all of the leather with AK Hull Red. I truly forget how nice of a brown this is every time I look through my drawer. Then I made a 1:1 mix of Hull Red and AK Light Brown and highlighted all of the leather in my typical style, lots of dots and scratches, focused around the edges. Then I had the bright idea to blackline the leather using thinned AK Black. This is a great idea and I do it most of the time that I paint leather, but I wound up using some washes later that accomplish the same step, so you can skip this. I also thought I'd give you a decent bone recipe with the nice skull on his belt. I base coated the whole thing in AK Leather Brown. This is my go-to bone and horn base. Then I made a 1:1 mix of Leather Brown and AK Wood base, and I'm going to do one more mix about 2:1 before using pure wood base to highlight. It won't get you an especially bright bone, but it's in such a focal area it draws enough attention just by being there, so I didn't think I needed a further highlight. Though if you do go that route, I would simply mix in some ivory. Next, I went across the whole mini and blacked out all of the undersuit, trim, and anything I was going to end up painting steel. You don't need to do this, but I just like to, and I wasn't sure how well my chosen trim paint would cover, so better safe than sorry. With that done, the part you've all probably been waiting for, the lightning. I used two paints for this, though you could skip the first one. I started using AK Deep Blue and dragged my brush from one corner towards another, creating a mostly straight line with some curves and arcs in it. Now the paint here is thinned probably 2 parts paint to water. I'm not trying to be opaque, I'm creating a light blue glow for my second stage. I painted some further arcs coming off the main one, aiming them all downward. I chose to do this now so that I could put a Night Lord's decal on this shoulder, and I wanted the lightning to be underneath it. The second and more important stage is using AK Snow Blue and a very sharp brush tip. I'm going to try and draw another line inside of the previous one. Once again, my paint is thinned about 2 parts paint to 1 part water, and I've made sure to load my brush up and remove any excess on a bit of paper towel so as not to flood the surface. Now, I'll be real with you, I didn't paint these perfectly, but I was happy enough that I did more lightning than I'd planned. Any mistakes can easily be cleaned up now with some thinned Oxford, or you can simply weather over it later on. A very important part of this stage is making sure where the lightning arcs off, you put a dot of bright blue. This really helps sell the effect. The only downside to the previous deep blue stage is that because it's thinned blue over blue, it's a little hard to see when painting on camera about a foot away from me. So there are areas where I fully ignore where I've put the darker blue when painting the snow blue. Either way, I love how this turned out. It's the best lighting I've ever done, and I have 3 test models off to the side absolutely covered in terrible lighting. Now I'm going to prepare the model for a decal and some enamel washes, so I applied a few coats of Vallejo gloss varnish, thinned 1:1 with Vallejo thinner and sprayed at 25 psi. Then I applied a Night Lord's decal from the Chaos Infantry sheet using Microset and Microsol, though I found this decal applied to the shoulder really easily. After letting the decal cure overnight, I gave it another coat of gloss varnish, as this really helps the final finish. Then I applied 2 enamel washes, but you could definitely get away with just 1. I started with Mig Panel Line Wash Dark Sea Blue, and I covered all of the armour being fairly deliberate, not just throwing on as much of it as possible. We can always clean up anywhere there's too much later on. I left this for 45 minutes and I wasn't feeling it. Contrast just wasn't there for me, so I thinned some Mig Black Wash down about 1:1 with odorless thinner and washed this into the recesses around the model. I left this for another hour or so and then dampened a makeup sponge with thinner and did my best to remove anywhere the enamels had pooled or gotten anywhere I wasn't keen on. Then I left this for a few more hours. Once the enamels were dry, I sprayed AK Ultramatte Varnish, thinned 1:1 with AK Thinner. This will be our final finish and will contrast the metallics nicely. Speaking of metallics, I'm trying out a new one here, using Vallejo Aged Metal from their True Metallic Metal range. The verdict? I love it. Great colour, solid coverage, perfect for trim. 9 out of 10. I'm going to apply this over all of the trim, including the whole of the large skull on the shoulder. I could have done this bone, but I liked the contrast of very little trim on the opposing lower leg and a large piece on the shoulder. For all of the steel areas, I used Vallejo Metal Color Series Exhaust Manifold. This is one of my favourite metallics, though it does flow a little too well, but I'll fix any overspill with weathering. I went over the chains on the waist, the tubes on his chest and helmet, as well as the weapons and the backpacks. I mentioned Owlcat Games' upcoming Dark Heresy game earlier, and in some art they recently showed off, the Night Lords have silver trim, which I honestly prefer, and if I was doing that, this paint would be high on the list of choices. Another enamel wash now. I use Mig Panel Line Wash Deep Brown, though you could use Agrax Earthshade, and this is just to add some definition and gently weather the metallics. I left this for about an hour and added a second coat, and it's maybe a little subtle, but I really like it. I used AK Basalt Grey to highlight any black areas, some chest and helmet wires mostly, though there are some cables on the body as well, and if your weapons have black handles, you could do that as well. Time for the eye lenses, and this video's focusing issue. I thought I'd really try to push the glow here to get that prey sight vibe, something bright enough to pierce any darkness and strike fear. I started with blood red filling the entire eye lens and the small recess around it, as well as painting some bounce light above and below on the edges of the trim. Then with AK white I drew a thick line in the centre of the lens. Correct with blood red if you go a little big here. Then I thinned down Vallejo Premium Colour Fluorescent Scarlet, about 1:1 with water, and painted a couple of coats over the whole lens. This creates a gorgeous glow. I didn't want to do too much to the metallics, but I thought I'd add some blood splatter to the 2 knives on this fella. Using a long-haired brush, I dipped it into Warhammer Color Blood Angel's red contrast, and using air from the airbrush aimed at the bristles, I gently applied spots of blood. Remember to do this on all sides of the blade. I'm going to do some weathering now. Using AK Afro Shadow, I went over the whole mini and added lots of chips. I was careful to avoid the lightning as I was very happy with it, and I didn't want to detract from it. Take your time with this, or you could use a bit of torn sponge and get it done in just a few seconds. Finally, I made some more of my edge highlight mix and went over all of the chips and highlighted the bottom edges of each of them, as well as adding a few new chips. This I would not attempt with a sponge, as you want to be a little more intentional with the placement of these highlights. Then I based him up and he's all done. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned a thing or two. I really enjoyed painting this guy up. I know he's a little bright, but I personally like it and I'd rather be able to see my minis. If you found any of this useful, please consider liking and subscribing, leaving a comment if you have any suggestions for next week's video, especially as I'm not sure what I'll be doing yet, and please share with your friends or hobby group if you think they've got what it takes to be in midnight clad. See you again next week, bye for now.